Oh, good morning, everyone. I messed up on my last one. I hit the stop button or the go back button to the home channel. I've been listening to this lady on YouTube. Um, she's mainly um, doing her videos on people that get these women that are getting SNAP benefits. Wow, I get $1,400 a month. I get 4,000 a month, and bragging about it and bragging about she's running around in a 2025 Tahoe. You know, others you know, they're they're bragging about all these food stamps they're getting and whining and complaining and griping and you know, I clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Witching about it because welfare caught up with them. Said, no more food stamps. Well, I ain't going to go out and work. I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to get all the money I can from the government. We deserve it. They take all of our money away. No. You know, man, y'all are, these women are stupid. They're arrogant. They're ignorant. They're just, there's no words to describe it except for what I said. You know, and for someone to take and get on social media and brag about this, not only do they need to have their SNAP benefits taken away, they need to go to jail. They need to go to jail for welfare fraud. Back in the day, you got caught with, you got the food stamps in paper form. You know, 1, 5, 20. Oh, what I think it was up to $20. You got caught selling them, which, 50 cents on the dollar. You got caught selling those things and riding around in a nice hoopty ride. Food stamps was on top of that like flies on rice. You lost your benefits permanently. And back then it was get out and find a job. Get a job. You won't get food stamps, but get a job. Support yourself. Get off your butt, on your feet, and get a job. Nowadays, nah, I am not going out and work. I get more money than people get in a month for food stamps and all this other stuff. So what? So what? All I can say is, yeah, okay, McDonald's and Hardee's and Carl Jr.'s and Burger King and whatever else places there are. That's an entry-level job. Pull up your pants, pull them boots up, get out there and get a job. So what if it only pays $12 an hour? So what? I worked for a whole lot less than that back in the day. I was a warehouse supervisor. That sounds like it's a real prestigious job, double digits an hour for working. Nah, I got $7 an hour. 7. Huh? Okay. At least I'm working. You know, now I can't work because of medical problems. And I've got Social Security income coming in, plus my retirement. I get $1,114 a month. Out of that comes the house payment, which is $402, I think. I've got insurance that I'm paying on, life insurance. I've got utilities. I have, I've got all the basic things that a person has to pay for. But then I've got to get Miko and Min Min, their food every 3 months. I have to keep the upkeep on this camper so that I can survive. It cost me $1,350 to get all the stuff that I need to get my house ready to move in. Okay, any of you mathematicians? $1,300 minus $1,114 or whatever I have left. I can't do it. I get $298 a month on Snap. I don't go out and buy junk food. Every once in a while I'll get a bag of potato chips. If they're on sale, 2 for whatever, I'll get 2. I get 4 12-packs of lemon lime soda. They're 2 for $8. The rest of it's all on meat and, the healthy stuff. I get coffee and coffee creamer, But I don't go out there and brag about it. Why? Because number one, it's too humiliating to, first off, get $1,114 a month, which I think over $500 is my retirement. I worked since I was 15 years old. Now I see these retired people running around in $250,000 or $500,000 buses, with a Jeep Cherokee or whatever behind it, pulling it, retired. I see people, I hear about people going on cruises. Retired, going on cruises. Now, shoot, I can't even afford to take and go up to Montana to see my daughter because of the gas prices. I see people in line that, they've got maybe a half a dozen things of food, elderly. Why? Because they have to make the damn decision between their medicine and food. And these people are out there going, I'm getting this, and I'm getting this amount, and I'm running around in a 2025 Tahoe. Cut their stamps, put them in jail. Peace.